How do you, Lara, balance your business and having a family? What's made it easier and what hasn't worked at all?
Well, it's interesting. Well, my business has been striving since I had my baby because I have more time before I was in school still. And I cut some of that down because of her. And I also manage a yoga studio. So,
Yogala, if anybody
yes,
hasn't
Yogala.
been.
Yogala,
It's
go.
here in Echo Park, down the street from my house.
Yes,
go. If you
right
haven't
here.
gone, it's a magical community, which is where I met Lara.
Yes, very nourishing, beautiful little sanctuary here in Echo Park, in the heart of Echo Park. Very healing, just walking through the door. So I'm really blessed. That was a big part of my generating community here in Los Angeles. But so to me, it's I have a really beautiful setup that I can see my clients at the house where I live, so at my home, because my husband and I, we both do healing work. We have a room set up for healing. It's our healing room, and so I can see clients at the house, and they come to my homes, which is, I don't know if I can express how grateful I am for this. And I also realized that me now being 38, I was 37 when I had my baby, when I had my daughter, and I think back then, or when I was younger, I always said I want to have a child when I'm 28.
Yeah, I know, I did that too.
Yeah. So maybe it didn't happen then because it needed for me to be this setup.
Yeah.
And obviously also the partner, my
Yeah.
husband,
Sure.
and all of this. But so that is a very helpful, element that I'm able to see my clients, that clients come to my house, for me to be also a very present mom, and just a mom that I want to be. So in that way, I have a setup. I have it, with the nanny a few days a week. I don't see these clients every day. So I have some days for the studio, and that's also ongoing emails. And then when I see clients, I have our amazing nanny, Nabis.
Yeah, who's wonder. She's a Sag.
Wonderful. She is a Leo.
She's a Leo. Is her son a Sag?
I don't know. Maybe
she is.
You
a
would
Leo.
remember.
I remember that now.
You would remember.
She's really cute.
She's amazing.
Yeah.
She's amazing. A mom of 3 boys.
Wow.
Really, really, an angel in my life, and my daughter's life. So I have her for the hours I see clients, and which I also feel this is my way of not feeling not like my. How some mothers, a lot of moms have to go back to work, have to leave the house, and then there's so much energy, and so there's this, I see a lot of moms who have to come back home finding themselves after, getting lost in,
the masculine.
And also just giving so much to the children. True, and having not enough time. So that to me, I do, when I talk to people about it, I think just having this set up the way it is. Also, the yoga studio is just 18 minutes away. I don't have to drive to the other side of town. So very beautiful setup. I feel incredibly blessed, but I've also created that.
Yeah, totally.
So I've also created that.
Yeah.
So it's going well. With another child, where my husband and I sometimes we talk about a little bit here and there. I know it would be more. Well, I'm full on mom now, but I know growing the business as I'm doing right now may suffer a little bit, to be honest.
I also think maybe can I interject to my thoughts, because you're really clear on how big you want the bit, because you're very in your feminine. Like, you were very conscious at wanting a child. You had a whole journey with that.
Yeah.
But you, I think, aren't the type of person who's like, I'm trying to go out and take over the world. And you're very clear. You keep your prices very accessible still.
Yeah.
You're very clear that you're doing this from your heart for the allotted amount of time that you want to give, that makes you still feel independent as a woman, that also it's what you love.
Yeah.
And then the rest of your time is dedicated to being a mother. And I think that spectrum changes for everybody.
Yeah.
But I think the real takeaway is that Lara is very clear on her intentions, again, of what she wants in business. It's not wishy-washy. And you honor them, and then you set up your life to revolve around them and your family.
Yeah.
Is sort of the way I see it.
That's it's so nice to see it from that view, which is true.
Yeah.
It's absolutely true. I mean, it's for hearing it from you also about the prices. This is because sometimes I feel into this by, we start comparing.
Totally.
You cannot not compare if you follow all of your beautiful, healer friends. This is exactly that. I always come back to, no, this is my price. I could charge more, and I know it would maybe change things, but this feels right for me in this moment. And also the amount, I love the one-on-one work. I know, because I've seen so many different other healers. Everyone has their own, and I love the heart-to-heart, the one-on-one, and thank you. This is, you see me. And this is exactly what I'm doing. And because it would not otherwise, I could do I have a lot of energy, but I think why I'm feeling so blissful as a mom, as doing my work, is because I have very strong boundaries that I think subconscious.
Yeah, totally.
Subconscious more so.
Yeah.
I'm just doing what feels right, but it brings that in a nice flow.